Hey everybody, it's Tim Baldermann and welcome to this edition of Too Honest for Social Media, where we discuss local, county, state, and federal issues. Today we're going to be talking about something right here at home in New Lenox, the Wintrust Crossroads Sports Complex. We're really excited about that, and I've got two great people with me here today that are heading up different facets of the complex. Scott, why don't you start us off? Tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Thank you, Mayor. My name is Scott Brost. I've been with the village for just about a year, serving as the general manager. Very proud and grateful for the opportunity. We've got a great staff assembled here in New Lenox, and the future is bright at the Wintrust Crossroads.
Yeah, so talk a little bit about your history in sports, facility management, and that sort of thing.
For sure. Proud graduate in recreation management, served with the park districts and YMCAs in my early part of the career. Worked for Players Sport and Social Group for 15 years, and then with ASM Global managing different recreational complexes. So this is a dream job here for me. I'm right in my element, and we're not only having success, we're having fun along the way.
Absolutely. And let's go back just a little further in the Wayback Machine, because a lot of people know that name, Brost. Your family's been involved in the community for quite some time. So refresh everybody how they know that name.
Yeah, thanks for that opportunity.
Yeah.
I am a graduate of Lincoln Way Central, proud Knight, 1995. My father had a great run with Lincoln Way East for many years as the head athletic director. I do have family in the New Lenox school districts, teaching and in the administrative roles.
Yeah.
So New Lenox is very close and dear to our heart, a place we love. And again, just really happy to be here.
All right, we'd love to see a local boy have a lot of success. So that's great. You're doing a great job for us. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right, Brittany, you're up. Tell everybody about yourself.
My name is Brittany Delrose. I'm the Assistant Director of Food and Beverage for the Crossroads Sports Complex. I am a graduate of Lincoln Way Central as well. I got my start in food and beverage at the Sanctuary Golf Course in New Lenox. Actually started in the pro shop, but within less than a year moved my way over to the kitchen. That's really where I found my love for food and beverage. Continued on at Joliet Junior College for culinary arts, as well as Purdue Northwest for hospitality management. After leaving the Sanctuary, I stayed around in the golf atmosphere, really tying together golf and food and beverage. But I did play soccer my whole life, so I do feel right at home at the sports complex. And I'm very excited to be able to bring food and beverage to that kind of experience for our community.
Absolutely. And our local kid doing well. We love to see it. A lot of opportunities for our people here. And JJC is known for their culinary programs.
Yeah.
So they really are. I mean, that's fantastic. Well, we're glad to have you on board. This is good. Of course, Scott, we were unsure of exactly when the fields were going to be ready. Our general contractor, Northern Builders, did a wonderful job getting that ready. Our partner sports facility we work very closely with. But we had an abbreviated year, our first year. In 2025, because we started a little bit late. But I think we still did pretty well. So talk a little bit about last year and now where we're headed this year.
Sure. The team that was assembled here by our leadership team with the village really speaks for itself in what you said. Northern Builders, SFC, all of our partners did a great job to get us to that finish line, and we had a very successful grand opening. That's one of the things, as I look back, I'm very proud of. What a great two-day event that really showcased this community and its people. Really loved that event. Throughout the remainder portion of that year, we had quite a ride. Max capacity for some events, full schedule slated throughout the year, and we're building on the success of last year, and we really can't wait to open the doors this spring.
No, for sure. So here we are, the season out there unbelievably, because we do baseball, softball, lacrosse, soccer. The season's really just gotten started already. The first tournament was what, the second weekend or third weekend of March?
The second weekend of March, we had 120 soccer teams out at our facility playing in the rain, the snow,
cold,
and the wind.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
And now we're booked every weekend, correct? All the way through when?
All the way through the second week of November. We do have great partners with Perfect Game serving as our anchor tenant. Athletics, Game Day USA, Overtime Lacrosse, USA, LAX. There's just a bunch of great nationally recognized groups that have chosen New Lenox to be their Midwestern hub as we bring the best athletes and the most elite tournaments to the area.
That's fantastic. And so when you look at some of these big tournaments over the summer, some of the bigger tournaments bring how many teams out for them?
Right now, we've got a couple tournaments that are trending in the mid 200s, and we'll be using satellite sites with some of the high schools getting involved, and local fields will be rented out by some of our tournament organizers. So we're making an impact at home, but also within the community.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. A couple hundred teams for a weekend. So how many fields are they able to play on? I know there's, the subfield. So how many total baseball games can be going on at once out there?
When we configure it for the youth sizes, 29 available fields for games and players.
And they still need to branch out a little bit.
Yes.
Wow. All right, Brittany. So you've got 200 teams coming to this location for a weekend, a Friday, a Saturday, a Sunday. That's a lot of kids. That's a lot of siblings. That's a lot of parents and grandparents and other spectators. How do you prepare for that when you know you've got to feed them both at our beer garden chill zone and at your concession stands?
It's really important that we get there early in the morning to be as prepared as possible. That 10 a.m. to 2 o'clock time frame, we'll see hundreds of people in the beer garden. We've made sure that our menu is best for not only adults but kids, and it's important that the options are there in the concession stands for people to be able to get things out there, but the beer garden is the one that really has to be the most prepared for the most volume.
Absolutely. And what do we have seating-wise out there in the beer garden?
It's about 150 inside with at least another 100 at the picnic tables outside, so a lot of seating.
So you got a June or a July or an August, a Saturday morning, and you're going from what time in the morning until what time at night on a Saturday, let's say?
For staffing, they'll get there as early as 6 o'clock in the morning and as late as about 9 o'clock at night. Some tournaments end a little bit earlier in the evening and they're able to get out a little earlier, but I would say 9 o'clock is pretty standard.
So there's some good 15-hour days out there all summer long to feed these people.
Yep.
And I will say, because of course we've gone through this, at the concession stands, tell me about some of the food that's at the concession stands.
We've got hamburgers, hot dogs, chicken tenders, soft pretzels are a big one. We also do a loaded nacho with our house brisket or chicken that you could get on it, and people love that one a lot.
And then if you get into that beer garden, what else are we seeing above and beyond that are specialties?
We've really made brisket the star this year. There's a lot of different things that you can do with a brisket roast, and it's easy when you have to do the high volume to have a high quality product that you're serving people. So we'll have brisket sliders as well as having it as options on nachos, things like that.
Right, yeah. The other day I had a meatball slider. I had the chicken that was nice and spicy. That chicken wing or that little boneless chicken piece I had the other day was phenomenal as well. So you really step it up at that beer garden. There's a lot of great food out there. It's not what you would expect if you're just going to go watch. All the years I watched my kids play ball, I was not eating like that. So it's great stuff. You guys are doing a great job. So we talk about this. We've got a great partner with our park district. So talk about your staffing and what you're responsible for on your end as far as the management goes and who we partner with on that.
Sure. Management-wise, all facets of the complex, from the operational side to security, to helping assist with food and beverage and just your regular maintenance and upkeep. We've got a lot of different revolving doors. Brittany does a great job in the F&B. John, our assistant director of operations, does a fantastic job through the weekdays. And then our intergovernment agreement with the park district is amazing. Their staff, as well as their knowledge, really helps us move along at a faster clip than we could by ourselves. And then their support is also very much appreciative for all the things that we do out there.
And they're helping a lot with the maintenance of the fields and whatnot, correct?
Correct. They oversee all the maintenance of the fields and grounds.
Yeah.
And those turf fields require a conditioning, cleaning, and fluffing schedule that is constant with the 9 full-sized fields out there. We're grooming on a daily basis to prepare for those weekend tournaments, and we're really proud of the condition that we keep those fields.
And there's work that has to be done on the fields if it switches from baseball to soccer.
We're forever moving. There's a lot of parts out there, and on a regular weeknight, we might have soccer, lacrosse, football, softball, baseball, all going from 5 to 7, and then from 7:30 to 9, it's all changed again, and we're always moving there. But we've got great staff that keeps the place going, and we've got great people coming in.
Absolutely. So speaking of staff, when we were getting ready last year and I walked in, and again, our partnership with the Park District is phenomenal. They've done a great job. But I walked in, and it was so nice for me to see so many kids, like you guys were, high school kids here in this community, so many kids from all the Lincoln Way schools, from Providence. It was great to see them. So you have a lot of them on staff over the summer. How does that work for you?
It's great to have the high school students working, whether it's their first time job or maybe they have a little bit of experience in food and beverage, but they are able to really help us out not only in the summer but in those spring and fall months. Just lots of people are ready to work and learn new things, and it's just great that everyone's excited to be on our team. So.
Absolutely. So we're putting a lot of young people to work out there, and that's important. So this, as you know, was an economic development decision for the village. What we had seen on that 100 acres up there, that prime 100 acres up by the hospital, was requests to put warehouses and trucking, and we didn't want any part of that. So we did our due diligence, we did our homework, and realized that if we built these fields, we could be successful because we had commercial property, which now, as you both know, we have 2 hotels under contract. One of them is a dual brand hotel, a couple hundred hotel rooms. We've got standalone restaurants and shopping. All that breaks ground this year and is moving forward. Economic development, great for the village, but we also want to take care of our people like we just talked about. So what are you seeing? Not only do we have a lot of local kids are involved in our tournaments, right? You're seeing that. But what is happening during the week for our local people when there aren't tournaments in play?
Yeah, we get to welcome our community out each evening, and we're excited to do so. It's really the best part of our job is the people that we interact with and the positive impact we have with our guests. Customer experience ranks number 1 for us. We really go out of our way to say hello, make sure that everything is going well with you. But to see the New Lenox Soccer Association out there, the New Lenox Youth Football Leagues, lacrosse, the Rebels, all these groups coming from our community to participate is really a reward for all the staff. And to go back to the people we have working, they are connected to those young kids because they're in their neighborhoods, they're their neighbors. So it really works for our advantage because everyone's in a positive place. It's really a wonderful environment.
Sure, that's great. It is great to see these local sports organizations from New Lenox, Frankfort, Mokina, that are out there during the week playing on premier fields that they've never had that opportunity before. And again, I talk to a lot of parents from New Lenox who are excited that say, hey, my kid's out there 3 times this year in 3 different tournaments, and they just love to be able to play from home, and they take a lot of pride in it because it is a first-class facility.
It is, and we get to welcome the world on weekends because we've got teams from every state.
Yeah.
And I have had many conversations with dads and moms from the community that are scheduled to be at our place 5, 6, 7+ times with some of the tournaments we offer. So it really does feel good that the regional teams, but more so the local teams, have the advantage of having the Wintrust Crossroads in their backyard.
Yeah, no doubt about
amazing.
it. Absolutely. And so you're also working during the week, not just through tournament time, right? I mean, you've got staff out there that's feeding some of our local kids and their families while they're playing, right?
Yep, absolutely. The beer garden has been open during the week for the rentals as well as some of the concession stands. I know with the New Lenox softball we had out in the fields by South last year, we had that concession open and it did very well.
Good. Yeah, that's good. So it's nice. And I know we've talked about it's such a big job that you have, Brittany, feeding, because I think when we were looking at initial estimates, and my guess is it's probably gone higher than that, but that we were going to look at about 250 to 300,000 people a year were going to be out there on those fields. So if they're hungry, that's a lot of people for you to feed. I know people have talked about, is there going to be an opportunity for the public to come out to the beer garden that's not involved with this? And we've had some conversations. Right now, you guys are doing such a tremendous job. I know we're really drilling down on making sure that we make the fan experience for our tournaments and for our local teams, the best it can be. And that's a lot of work for you. It's a lot of work. So the time may come where we do more, where we're able to invite the public out to do a few things. But we've got to really focus on that economic development, making sure that we're crushing it with the beer garden with concessions for our Monday through Thursday locals and our weekends, right?
Yep.
That's
absolutely.
going well. All right, that's really good. Yeah, it's exciting. Now, we also, which is really very unique, before we threw the first pitch, we were able to partner with a lot of groups, from naming rights to sponsorships, well over $500,000 a year in those sorts of naming rights and sponsorship funds. It's been really good. So talk a little bit about how that works.
Those partners are amazing, and our lead partner, our naming right partner, Wintrust, is just fantastic. We actually just were approved for our second brown sign on Interstate I-80 through the IDOT. So now we have those signs on both 355 and I-80 showcasing Wintrust. Not only the billboard,
Right.
the entrance signs, the grand sign as you enter the place really showcases Wintrust out. But Illinois Boning Joint, Pepsi, Beggar's Pizza,
Joey's, Phillips.
Thank you, Phillips.
Yeah, I mean,
The
there's
list
so
goes on.
many. The list does go on. You're right. Lenny's Food and Fuel, Gas and Wash. Yeah, I mean,
They're all amazing, really good people to work with as well, smart business people
Yeah.
who want to see an engagement level within the community. And that pairs exactly with what our goals are. So it makes it not only, again, fun, but we're accomplishing those goals.
all right. Well, one of the things that people do talk about, as a matter of fact, a Chicago media interviewed me. They did a story on the cost of youth sports and how expensive it is. And we know that travel sports is very, very expensive. So I hear sometimes, because people get bad information, that's why we don't like social media, because it's the hub for bad information. But they say to the village, you are charging me too much money to come in to watch my kids play ball. We don't charge a dime. So tell everybody how that works.
Yeah, $0 collected by the village. Monday through Thursday, those weekdays, come on in, bring your family, have a bite at the bar, and play on the playground. We'd love to see you.
Yeah.
On the weekends, those gate fees are controlled by the tournament organizers. Many of them do not have an entrance fee, but most do. And so those are preset and part of the registration fee to participate within the tournament that's going
So
on.
we're charging the tournament organizers nothing more than field rental time. That's what they're paying for. I mean, they pay for, but they pay for field rentals. Our revenue is coming from them for renting all the fields.
That's correct.
And then they, in turn, recoup their costs by charging whatever they decide to charge to the people that are coming out for the tournaments, participating in tournaments.
Yeah, they have an industry standard that they follow per market that they're using, but it is the tournament right holders' decision to do so. Correct.
Yeah. Well, I think it's going well out there. I think it's going remarkably well. Starting out mid-season was really tough last year, but we didn't want to just sit on it and do nothing. And so, like anything else, you have your ups and downs in the first year, but we're really crushing it now, rolling into year two. You and your staff are doing a great job. The Park District's doing a great job. You and your team do an amazing job. You've got a really tough one. I mean, I love Scott, and him and his team work hard, but once they book those fields, okay, they're making sure everything's going smooth, but you have no idea who's coming hungry, who's coming thirsty, how many people they're bringing with them. I mean, you have to really try and work through that. And from what we've seen, I mean, you and the staff are doing amazing work. We really appreciate you. Happy with all of it, the way it's going?
Absolutely, yeah. It's been an absolute joy. I know it was just, I don't want to say rough, but a An interesting start.
Sure.
We had a lot of time to kind of work through, like you were saying, how much people are going to be eating, depending on how many people are coming. So I'm glad that we've kind of been able to collect that data and have a easier start this year.
Well, I will say the food is phenomenal. The food's phenomenal. The facility's phenomenal. You guys are doing a great job of keeping it up. It is. We have people that travel all over the country, and we are not only the premier Midwest field. Around the country, they say this is one of the best throughout the entire United States. So we're really proud of that. Anyone from New Lenox should be really proud of that. Anything you want to add? Anything you want to tell the people?
Just to come out and check us out during the week. We'd love to say hello, visit, test out our food. Brittany's staff does a great job. And then naturally, just a big thanks to the community for coming out and participating and saying hello. Those that do come out, we love to see that.
All right, very good. Brittany, you got anything else?
Yeah, I'll just say our main focus is going to be making sure that our quality is high and that our service is great. So come check us out as soon as you can.
Well, you're living up to that standard already. Well, I want to thank both of you for all the work you're doing for the complex, for the community. It really makes me proud as mayor to have homegrown people that are giving back and working hard in their town and doing such a great job. That's what we want. We're all about it. We do have great schools and great parks, and it's love to see our people coming up through the ranks and staying right here at home and contributing. So it's good stuff. We appreciate you both. And Don, hoping you feel a little better. Don's getting ready to do another one of his cruises. My guy there, he's not feeling too well today, but we hope you feel better, Don. We thank you for everything you do. Enjoy that well-deserved little trip that you're taking. Yeah, you're very welcome. And as always, I want to say thank you to all of you for watching or listening to this edition of Too Honest for Social Media.